Today we're going to talk about how to take the quotient of two functions. That's just dividing. So in the first one, it says the function of h divided by the function of g of -2. So what we want to do is we want to find h of -2 first, and then we'll find g of -2, and we'll divide those two numbers. So h of -2 is -2 plus 3 in parentheses times -2 plus 1. And g of -2 would be -2 plus 3. Check this out. I'm going to cancel those. I mean, you could figure out what they are, but they'll end up reducing anyway. -2 plus 1 is -1. So our answer will be -1. And then they ask a question, what values are not in the domain of function h divided by g? So what you want to do is you want to look at just function g, because you want, you want to know when that is equal to 0, because we do not want 0 in our denominator. So when x is -3, then that denominator will equal 0. So x cannot be -3, and that's what we'll type in here, is a -3. Okay, we'll just do one more. We want function g divided by function f of -4. So we're going to find g of -4, find out what that is, and divide by f of -4. So g of -4 is -4 minus 1, and f of -4 is -4 plus 1 and -4 plus 2. So we'll figure out -4 minus 1 is -5, -4 plus 1 is -3, and we're timesing that by -4 plus 2, which is -2. So it equals -5 over 6. And what values are not in the domain of g divided by f? That's when f equals 0. So we will put in x plus 1 cannot equal 0. Oopsies, we didn't need the parentheses. So x plus 1 cannot equal 0. So x cannot be -1, and x plus 2. So we subtract 2, and x cannot equal -2. So x can be neither -1 or -2. And that's the end of our lesson.